Hi children, now let us start today's topic. In the today's topic we will discuss about the lesson 3, the circulatory system. In the subtopics are, today I will explain you about the cardiac cycle, single circulation and the double circulation, and the lymphatic system, and the last and the final is IQ test. And we will have some of the questions and we will have the answer of the discussed topic. Right children? Right. Now let us start the topic cardiac cycle. What do you mean by the cardiac cycle then? It is a cycle. It is a circulation of blood in the heart that is called a cardiac cycle. Right here, human heart start beating around 21st day during the embryonic development. It is the heart start beating around 21st day during the embryonic development. These things you will learn in the reproductive system in the chapter, right? If it starts beating, then our life starts. What will happen if the heart stop? Then it result in the death of a person. If the heart stops beating, then it result in the death of a person, right? On the 21st day during the embryonic development only the heart starts beating. Now if the heart stop beating, then the person will die, right? Here in the cardiac cycle, then first the question arises, what is a cardiac cycle then? Here one contraction and the one relaxation of atrium and the ventricle is called cardiac cycle. Only one contraction and one relaxation of atrium and ventricle is called one cardiac cycle. Here you will see the contraction and the relaxation of the atrium and the ventricle form a one cardiac cycle here, right? Here we start with the imagination that all the four chambers of the heart are in relaxed state. Then it is diastole. Whenever the all the four chambers are relaxed, then it is a state called diastole. You know how the blood will flow, right? Already we discussed in the previous topic. If you have not seen, once you go and check and see the previous videos, right children? Now see, blood from the vena cava and the pulmonary vein enter the heart through the right and left atrium. Here you know the impure blood is brought from the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, and the pulmonary vein bring oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. Now the blood from the right side and the left side, it is brought into the right atrium and the left atrium. Now the atrial contract, forcing the blood to enter into the ventricle. As soon as the blood enters the right atrium and the left atrium, what will happen? The atrium contract. As the atrium contracts, the blood from the atrium flows into the ventricle. Right? When the ventricles are filled with the blood, they contracts and the atrial start relaxing. As soon as the blood flow from the atrium to the ventricle will be filled with the blood and they start contracting and the atrial start relaxing. The aperture between the atrium and the ventricle is closed by the walls. Now, as soon as the blood flow from the atrium enters into the ventricles, as soon as the ventricles are filled, they start contracting. As they start contracting, the atrium will start relaxing. As you know, the two walls are present, right? On the right side, you can see tricuspid wall between the atrium and the right atrium and the right ventricle. When you see the left atrium and the left ventricle, you can see the bicuspid wall or the metrial wall. Here, whenever the ventricles are filled with the blood and they start contracting and the atrium start relaxing, these walls, the tricuspid wall and the bicuspid wall will be closed, and the ventricle contraction due to the pressure, the blood moves into the aorta and the pulmonary artery. You know that the deoxygenated blood move into the pulmonary artery and the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle moves into the aorta. When the walls are closed forcefully, which was tricuspid wall and the bicuspid wall, when close forcefully, we can listen the first sharp sound of the heart, that is lub, right? whenever the tricuspid wall and the bicuspid wall will close forcefully, we can listen the sound lub, right? And here whenever the ventricles start relaxing, and whenever the ventricles are contracting, this phase is also called right active phase, right? Active phase is nothing but systole. And whenever the ventricles start relaxing, the pressure in the ventricle is reduced, right? As soon as the blood moves into the arteries, what will happen? The ventricles start relaxing. As they start relaxing, the pressure in the ventricle also reduce. The blood which has entered the arteries tries to come back into the ventricle, right? The walls which are present in the blood vessels are close to prevent the backward flow of the blood into the ventricles. As you know, the ventricles, wherever the pulmonary artery and the aorta arises, right? We have pulmonary wall and aortic wall or systemic wall is present. As soon as the blood flows into the arteries, what will happen? To prevent the backward flow of the blood as the ventricles are relaxing, what will happen? These pulmonary wall and the systematic wall will close, right? What is the function? It prevents the backward flow of the blood into the ventricle. Now we listen to a dull sound of the heart, that is dub. Then the arteries are filled up with the blood again, right? And ready to pump the blood into the ventricles, right? This is a sequence event in the heart which are the cyclic and repeated, and it is called cardiac cycle. The cardiac cycle include active phase, that is systole, and the resting phase is diastole. Here see, whenever the ventricles are contracting, that is a active phase, right? That is active phase, that is systole. Whenever the ventricles are resting, are relaxing, that is resting phase, and that phase is called diastole. Here cardiac cycle include systole and also diastole. Systole is a active phase where the ventricle contract, whereas diastole, it is a resting phase where the ventricle will relax. Here the time needed for the atrial contraction, right? The atrium required a time for contraction, that is 0.11 to 0.14 seconds, right? The atrium contraction needed about 0.11 to 0.14 seconds. And the time needed for the ventricular contraction, right? The time needed for the ventricular contraction is 0.27 to 0.35 seconds. 0.27 to 0.35 seconds. The time needed for the relaxation of the both auricles and the ventricle is giant. Diastole is about 0.4 second. Right, here you can see the contraction of atrium and the contraction of ventricles is called systolic movement. It required around arteries 0.11 to 0.14 seconds. When you see the ventricle contraction, it required 0.27 to 0.35 seconds. When you see the time needed for the both the relaxation of auricles and ventricle, it is about 0.4 seconds. The whole process is completed in approximately 0.8 seconds, right? Here, now this is a cardiac cycle. In a clear words, you can see the cardiac cycle includes the one contraction and the one relaxation of the auricles and the ventricles. And you can say the cardiac cycle include two phases, active phase and you have resting phase. The active phase is called systole and the resting phase is diastole. When you come to the active phase, you say that the ventricular contraction is seen and the blood flows into the arteries, and the tricuspid wall and the bicuspid wall will be closed, and we listen the first sound, that is lub. When you see, when tricuspid and the bicuspid wall close, when you see the resting phase, during the resting phase, here the ventriculars are relaxed and the walls present between the pulmonary artery, that is pulmonary wall, and the systemic wall will close, and we will hear the second dull sound, that is a dub, right? Here we have active phase systole and the resting phase is diastole. I think this cardiac cycle topic has been clear, right? Okay, now we'll have the single and the double circulation. Here The single circulation and the double circulation, already we discussed about the double circulation in the last video, about Harvey discovered about the double circulation. Now let us see the single circulation here. The what you will see in the single circulation. Here in the single circulation, we will see that only the blood will flow only once in the through the heart in the single circulation. Here you see the blood will come to the heart only once and passes to the body parts. When you see in the double circulation, here you will see the blood will flow to the heart twice, circulate to the heart twice. When you see in the single circulation, here the circulation of blood is only once. Then here you will see only the pulmonary respiration is absent, right? When you see in the double circulation, we will see pulmonary circulation and the systemic circulation. Already we discussed about the double circulation, what is pulmonary circulation and the systemic circulation. When you see in the single circulation, pulmonary circulation is absent, right children? Now here in the pulmonary circulation, single circulation, you will see the heart has only two chambers, right? In the single circulation, the heart has only two chambers. When you see in the double circulation, you will see the heart has four chambers, right? Double circulation, the heart has four chambers, whereas in single circulation is seen in the fishes, that is nothing but spices. Yes, single circulation is seen only in the fishes. When you see the double circulation, we can see in the frogs, reptiles, birds, and the mammals, right? I think here single circulation, the double circulation has been clear, right? Here the blood flow through the heart only once in the single circulation, whereas in the double circulation you will see the blood flow circulated the twice. When you see in the single circulation, pulmonary circulation is absent. When you see in the double circulation, both the pulmonary and systemic circulation is present. When you see in the single circulation, only heart has two chambers. When you see in the double circulation, heart has four chambers. The single circulation you will see in the fishes. When you see double circulation, it is present in the frogs, reptiles, apes, and the mammals. All are having the circulation. Now you see here we'll discuss about the lymphatic system. It is one of the system where you will discuss about the system. Here lymphatic system. Have you ever observed what happened to your feet after a overnight journey in sitting position without moving? We feel that our foot were in the little tight. In the elders, it will be clear that the lower part of the legs will be swollen. What is this condition called? This stage is called edema, right? Why it happened? What is the reason that here whenever the person is sitting for a long moment in a journey, then the legs will be swollen. Why? Because the slow movement of the blood, the legs has been swollen. Here has a why do our legs swell then? What is the reason? Here because of the accumulation of the lymph. Because of the accumulation of the lymph, our legs will be swell. You see here, whenever you see about the lymph, what are the lymph then? What the lymph contain? The lymphatic system consists of lymph capillaries, lymph vessels, lymph nodes, and the lymph glands here. Right here, the lymph consists of lymph capillaries, then lymph vessels, lymph nodes, and the lymph glands. Here, to supply the nutrient to the cell. What? To supply the nutrient to the cell, that is tissue, the liquid portion of the blood with nutrient flow out of the capillaries. This is called tissue fluid. Here, to supply the nutrient to the cell, what is happening? The liquid portion of the blood with the nutrient flows out of the capillaries. Right? This is called tissue fluid. What is tissue fluid? A liquid portion of the blood with the nutrient. Right? Flow out of the capillaries is called tissue fluid. Right? To transport the tissue fluid into the main bloodstream, a separate system called lymphatic system is present. Why lymphatic system is present? To transport the tissue fluid into the main bloodstream, a separate system is called lymphatic system is present. Now, here lymph is a vital link between the blood and the tissue. by which essential substance passes from the blood to the cell and the excrete product from the cell to the blood. Here, the what is the main function of the lymph then? Here we are saying for transporting the tissue fluid into the main bloodstream, we require a system, that is the lymphatic system we are saying. Right children? You know what is the tissue fluid. Now for the tissue fluid to send into the main bloodstream, we require a system, that is lymphatic system. Then what is the function of the lymph here? Here lymph play a vital role or a link between the blood and the tissue. Right? Here whatever the essential nutrients are required to the cell is transported through the tissue fluid to the cell, right? From the passes from the blood to the cell. Now the whatever the excretory product from the cell to the blood, right? Whatever the nutrient is required, it is passed through the blood to the cell, and from the cell excretory products are collected and sent into the blood. Now lymph is the substance that contain blood without solid particle. What is the difference between the blood and the lymph then? Here lymph is the substance that contain blood without solid particle. You know that blood contain the solid particles, but where what is the single difference, that is lymph having the blood but without a solid particle, only single difference, right? From intracellular space, lymph goes into the lymphatic capillaries, right? As we know the intracellular spaces are there, lymph goes into the lymphatic capillaries. Lymphatic capillaries join to form a large lymph vessels which finally opens into the large vein. Now, how the lymph is going to be transported? Lymphatic capillaries join to form a large vessels, and that vessels which finally opens into the large vein, and the lymph flow only in one direction, right? That is from tissue to heart through veins. Right children? Here a critical thing but not much difficult, right? This topic is not much difficult. Just you think what is a lymph. As we are saying, first we must know what is the tissue fluid. If you know the tissue fluid, just it is a blood with a nutrient which is need to supply to the cells, and for this as these are flowing out of the capillaries, we need to transport that tissue fluid into a bloodstream. We require a system. That system is lymphatic system. Here lymphatic system, what is the function? It is providing the nutrient whatever required to the cell, and it is collecting the waste product from that cell, and it is providing to the blood. Now this blood from the lymphatic capillaries moves to the lymphatic vessels, then it ultimately joins to the veins, and the veins will carry the waste product to the heart. This is only the function. Now let us see the function of the lymph. Lymph carries digested and absorbed fats from the small intestine to the different tissues of the body. Now what is the nutrient present in the blood? That is only the digested and absorbed fats from the small intestine to the different tissue of the body. It helps in removing waste material from the cell in the body to drain into the blood. Already we discussed. Now one of the function of the lymph is to collect the waste material from the cell and the passing it into the blood, right? Lymph protect the cells in the tissue from infection. One of the important is it protect the tissue from the infection. Right, here today's topic has been concluded. Right, today we have studied about the cardiac cycle, then we studied about the single circulation and the double circulation, then we have studied about the lymphatic system. Now let us test your IQ level, how much you have been grasped what I have explained, right children? Now let us have a now let us see your IQ level. Which events are not happening during the diastole of the human heart? What are the events not occurring during the diastole? Diastole is the resting phase. The atrioventricular walls are open. The semilunar walls are open. The heart is relaxed. Right, here diastole is nothing but the relaxation phase of the heart. Right. The fourth option is right one. That when is the human heart under the lowest pressure? When a human heart is under the lowest pressure, the first during the cardiac cycle, during diastole, during systole, after the atrial contract. Here this is the answer is during diastole. When is the blood forced into the aorta of the human heart? Tell me the children. During diastole, during systole, during both the phases of the cardiac cycle, during the atrial contraction. Right here, guess the answer. During in the active phase, that is during systole only, the blood will forced into the aorta of the human heart. Then in the diastole, the valves will be closed. Right, children? I think you got your answer. Right.